Alaskan Ambush Gaming here, and today we'll be covering Miao Ying of the northern provinces. This time I've opted for a less than optimal start in order to acquire a powerful ally, Zhao Ming of the western provinces. You too can have both these dragon siblings in under 15 turns. Combine your hero with your army. Throughout your battles, you must take minimal casualties in order to confederate the Iron Dragon. We must have a high balance of power. Take initial talents that increase your army's movement. Recruit more units. We'll be working on building up 2 armies. We need to increase our military power ASAP to increase the chances of confederation. We need powder units. We also need growth. Build both growth buildings. Dismantle the barracks so we can replace it for powder units next turn. This will also keep this province in harmony, furthering our in-movement range. Then select the commandment to increase recruitment capacity. Do what you like with technology. With a compass, I'd recommend going towards Celestial Lake for the increased winds of magic. We won't be holding on to territory until we hit between turns 10 to 15, so make use of the Great Bastion for that symbol unit at that time. Don't forget, your caravan adds to your balance of power, so pick ones with high-tier units if possible. Do not make any treaties with the Iron Dragon. I'd recommend in general not to make initial treaties with other Cathay factions, as there isn't anything to gain in the beginning. You have nothing to trade with them, and they will not initially pay you high amounts as part of the deal. You might as well wait. At the start of the second turn, we'll be making peace with the rebels. We'll be heading south. Funny enough, they make great punching bags for the forces of Chaos and Skaven. This will give us additional time to get things in order.
Tell me, how do you take to
Go to war with the rebels to the south, and then we will attack their settlement. After the battle, then occupy it. An important note, make sure your armies are always in a zone where it's in harmony. We need that movement increase. You may need to dismantle buildings as you move to ensure this happens. Make sure these initial settlements you capture have military buildings so their values are increased when trading. Recruit another general to follow your lord. Recruit another general at Nanli. Keep recruiting units. We want 2 full stacks. Start recruiting powder units once available. On your next turn, move Miao Ying and place her in ambush stance on the border. Use your other lord as bait. When you end the turn, they will either attack your lord or go after the Iron Dragon. Either way is fine. Remember, if you commence a battle, you must take minimal casualties. You must take the rebels' capital on the same turn. Use your extra lord and force march as far as possible to your east after the battles have concluded. Remember to keep recruiting units. We will need as many units as possible for this next fight. Make sure to get the regiments of renowned crowmen in your army. We now have our powder units. This should help push our balance of power up. On your next turn, move your extra general by the Iron Dragon. Declare war and send Miao Ying to attack him. He will hold his ground.
none may command the Iron?
Hide your units in trees or behind an object. Only have your mobile units visible. Once the enemy artillery is separated from the army, use your horses to attack the artillery. The Iron Dragon normally will not transform unless you have a unit close to him. He will send his flying riders to attack your balloon, but Miao Ying will easily take them out on her own. If the Iron Dragon transforms and goes after Miao Ying, use the regiment of renowned crowmen that you should recruit previous to this battle to give her much-needed backup. Once you wear down his army, review your units and finish them off. You must take minimal damage. You must run down as many of them as you can. If you have done things right so far, on the same turn, you should be able to wipe the remaining units of the Iron Dragon's army out and capture the last settlement of the rebels. The movement may be a little bit tricky, but it should work with force march. Same turn, you must offer peace to the Iron Dragon. You can start doing trees with him now. As you will see, his balance of power has dramatically dropped. This is good. We also need him to be at war with Goldtooth of the Ogres. This will make the Iron Dragon feel threatened given Goldtooth incredibly high strength rating. Go to war with Goldtooth. Then, trade Zhao Ming to the Iron Dragon, but demand he join your war. He will take it with a defensive alliance, a trade agreement, and military access. On the start of the next turn, trade him the Shrine of the Alchemist for a military alliance. If possible, trade him the last settlement in this province to get the Shrine of the Alchemist back. Then give him the Shrine of the Alchemist again. This will give you even more relationship points with him. At some point between turns 10 and 15, the Iron Dragon will suicide run his armies up to Goldtooth. Once you notice that they were wiped out, confederating them will be easy. If you only need a bit more, force the Iron Dragon into additional wars. Try declaring war on factions with high strength over long distances. While waiting for the Iron Dragon to suicide run his armies, I fought some battles with the Ninja Rats. But you can decide what you want to do. There you have it. You now have the original two dragon siblings on or before turn 15. The Dragon is impossible to confederate early game given his location. Have fun. If you found this guide helpful, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you for watching. Alaskan Ambush Gaming out.